Given below is an equilibrium describing the species area relationship between the species richness and area for a wide variety of taxa, as the angiosperm plants, birds, and avians. Bird means avians, okay, etc. The formula is S is equal to CA square. Give you a graphical representation of the given equation, okay, showing the species area relationship. What does the S represents in the given equation? What is the value of Z for the frugivorous bird and mammal in the tropical forest of different continent? So one by one we'll solve the question. Here the curve exactly explained in the CBSE textbook for species area relationship explains the positive correlation between the species richness and area. So here positive correlation between the species richness and the area. So species richness, yes, in the equation is a species richness symbol. The value z, the slope of curve, indicating the rate of changes in the species richness, considering the changes in the area. So the z value changes. Okay, the z value changes. The slope of the curve indicates rate of changes in species richness. Right. So this in this question there is no graph. Okay, then how come we? Okay, yes, of course, from the CBSE textbook, we need to read the graph. We need to remember the graph in our mind to say the answer for this, right? So now we are entering into next question. This is a 3 mark question. Given below is a pie chart representing global biodiversity, proportionate number of species of major taxa. See, this is a pie chart centric diagram. In this pie chart centric question, they are asking to calculate the gene biodiversity. Okay. Okay, here we need to apply our thoughts and we need to find out the answer very easily. The X is high maximum population. Why? Because it's off of the species, right? So extension of the species across the text tags are not random. Which groups among the vertebra is more vulnerable to the extinction? So vulnerable in extinction, amphibians are more vulnerable due to the habitat loss, okay, and economic changes. So one is, of course, the environmental change and habitat loss will make the amphibian population size to come down. So we can say first we will start with the temperature. This cold-blooded frog can't live in the very low temperature. So this is the way you are representing the sub-question 2 of the main question. Main question 5, right? Now, in this question, identify X and Y. So, of course, X denotes angiosperm and Y denotes vertebrates. So, angiosperm shows maximum biodiversity than all the species in the world. If we are keeping only land in our mind, keeping only land in our mind, that is the thing I written in the board. So, 2, vulnerable to extinction. Amphibians are more vulnerable due to habitat loss. Amphibians are more vulnerable due to habitat loss and environmental changes. Okay. So why? Because amphibian is a cold-blooded animal. It is an effective meal for most of the snakes, avians, etc. Recent extinction. In the recent extinction in Russia, amur and leopard are vanished. In the Mauritius, dodo bird is vanished completely. In Australia, Tasmanian tiger is that we already told to you. This is the way the narration should be, right? So given below is a pie chart representing the global diversity, proportionate number of species of major taxa, right? Further only we narrated X represents angiosperm, Y represents vertebrata. Amphibians are more vulnerable, okay, due to habitat loss and environmental changes. So more vulnerable means it can't tolerate the high temperature. So that is the reason why all the Gulf rulers are not taking the program. We are going to recent extension. In the recent extension, in the Shia, Amur report, okay, to die. In Mauritius, dodo bird, recent extension. In Australia, Tasmanian tiger gone for extinction, right? So we need to give this number of example for this particular sub question 3 of the next sub question B of the 10. In 10, B is there. In the B, sub question 3. In the sub question 3 answer, we already written in the board for your better understanding.